Chosen one, listen carefully. Friday, the 29th of August, is not an ordinary day. It is the key that God Himself has placed in the timeline of your life, a day marked in heaven as a divine appointment for your calling and destiny. On this day, you are given the strength to overcome every chain, to break through every darkness that has tried to hold you, and to step into the new season that God has prepared for you since the beginning. This is not a chance. This is not a coincidence. This is the moment of divine unveiling. You are not hearing this message by accident. The Lord has set this time apart, and now you are standing on the threshold of a crossing point between what is old and what is new. The 29th of August is the line of separation between what no longer serves your purpose and the true identity you were born to walk in. It is the day of exposure, when illusions fall, when hidden struggles are confronted, and when your spirit is invited to rise higher than ever before. God is not calling you to treat this as another passing date on the calendar. He is calling you to recognize it as the day of preparation, the day of refining, the day when you are placed into the position He has ordained. Understand this clearly. Friday, the 29th of August, is not random. It has been written into the story of your life by the hand of the Almighty. It carries the weight of a trumpet sounding, a wake-up call from heaven itself. On this day, you are invited to step out of delay, out of compromise, out of weariness, and into the power, freedom, and renewal that comes only from Him. This is the appointed time, the divine key, and the doorway to victory. Chosen one, if this word pierces your spirit, don't stay silent, respond. Comment 777 below as your declaration of faith. 777 is heaven's number of completion and alignment, the seal that you are ready to step into the season God has prepared for you. By writing it, you proclaim, I receive the 29th of August as my appointed day. I break free from every chain. I rise into destiny with courage, strength, and divine authority. If you are truly chosen, your heart already knows this message is yours, and 777 is the proof of your agreement with heaven's call. Chosen one, you must recognize the weight of this moment. Friday, the 29th of August, is not simply another date passing by. It is a divine turning point, a line drawn in the sand by God Himself. On this day, the old patterns, the old cycles, the old compromises can no longer continue. This is the moment of crossing, the moment when heaven presses upon your spirit with a demand for clarity. You cannot afford to remain the same, for this is the appointed time of decision. 2 Corinthians 6:2 declares, Behold, now is the accepted time. Behold, now is the day of salvation. These words are not a distant promise, but a living reality. They ring with urgency, reminding you that postponement is dangerous and delay is disobedience. This is the time when God is calling you to step out of hesitation and step into His will without reserve. What was once tolerated can no longer be carried, for the weight of yesterday will crush the promise of tomorrow if you refuse to let go. You may feel the pressure inside your chest, the stirring in your soul, the undeniable sense that life cannot go on as it has. That feeling is not random. It is the Spirit of God urging you forward. It is the fire of preparation, the refining flame that strips away every illusion and every distraction. The 29th of August is not about waiting for something to happen around you. It is about acknowledging what is already happening within you. Heaven is moving swiftly, and you are being summoned to move with it. Chosen one, do not waste this hour. Do not silence the call. This is the time to act, to decide, to commit. The trumpet has sounded. The way has opened, and the Lord is watching to see if you will step forward in faith. Chosen one, have you noticed the unusual restlessness that has been stirring within you? The sudden waves of fatigue that seem to come without reason, the vivid dreams that refuse to let you sleep in peace, the emotions that rise and fall like an unrelenting tide. These are not random. They are not signs of weakness or failure. They are the very fingerprints of God, pressing on your soul, awakening you to the reality that something greater is unfolding. What you are feeling is the holy disruption of the Spirit. It is the Lord shaking you out of the comfort of routine and calling you into awareness. That tiredness you feel is not only physical exhaustion, it is the weariness of carrying old burdens that no longer belong to you. Those dreams you cannot ignore are not meaningless fragments of the night. They are messages, warnings, and glimpses of the path ahead. Those sudden bursts of emotion, whether tears or anger or unexplainable joy, are the breaking of walls you have built for too long. As C.S. Lewis insightfully wrote in The Problem of Pain, God whispers to us in our pleasures, speaks in our consciences, but shouts in our pains. It is his megaphone to rouse a deaf world. This profound observation captures the divine purpose behind your restlessness and emotional upheaval, revealing that these disruptions are God's amplified voice breaking through your complacency, preparing you for the transformative shift of the 29th of August by awakening your spirit to his imminent work. Chosen one, understand this. These signs are not punishments but preparations. God is breaking the old shell around you so that the new life he has planted within you can finally emerge. Just as a seed must split before it grows, so must you be broken open before you step into your new season. The pain is not the end, it is the doorway. The restlessness is not chaos, it is alignment. Do not dismiss these signs as a coincidence. Do not try to bury them under distractions. Instead, lean into them. Ask the Lord what he is saying. Open your heart to his leading. For every stirring, every dream, every restless moment is evidence that he is moving you from what was into what must be. This is the beginning of your transformation, and these signs are his call to pay attention. Chosen one, every great moment in God's story is marked by a choice, and now you stand before one of your own. On this appointed day, you cannot remain neutral. You must choose whether you will listen to the voice of the Lord that is stirring in your spirit or retreat back into the false comfort of what you have always known. The hour of decision has come, and silence itself is a decision. To delay is to choose the past. To obey is to step into the future that God has prepared for you. The Lord is making it clear, compromise will no longer serve you. What once seemed harmless will soon become a heavy chain. The places where you tried to please both God and man will become unbearable, for the Spirit of God is jealous for your whole heart. If you continue to cling to the safety of old patterns, they will suffocate your destiny. If you try to live with one foot in faith and the other in fear, you will find yourself torn apart. This is the test of choice, and it cannot be avoided. But hear this promise. If you step forward in faith, the Lord will open doors you did not even know existed. He will make a way where there was no way. He will turn what seemed like loss into the very soil of your increase. The unknown will not destroy you, it will reveal his power. Do not be deceived by appearances. The path of obedience may look narrow and uncertain, but it carries the weight of heaven's backing. The path of compromise may look easy, but it ends in heaviness and regret. Chosen one, this is the moment to decide. Will you trust him, even when you cannot see the full picture? Will you move forward, even when the outcome is hidden? If you say yes to God now, you will look back on this day as the turning point, the day the Lord shifted your story forever. Chosen one, when God calls you into a new season, he does not simply hand you blessings and breakthroughs without first purifying what lies within. That is why, in this moment, you may feel old fears rising to the surface, hidden wounds coming back to memory, and emotions you thought were buried suddenly pressing upon your heart. This is not punishment. This is the refining process of the Lord, a cleansing that removes what cannot follow you into the future he has prepared. You may ask yourself, why now? Why do these memories return when I thought I was free from them? The answer is this. God loves you too much to let poison remain in your soul. He knows that if you carry bitterness, unforgiveness, or secret shame into the next season, it will sabotage the destiny he has placed upon you. That is why the Spirit is stirring these emotions to the surface, not to crush you, but to cleanse you. He is showing you what must be surrendered at his altar, so that you can rise without chains. 1 Peter 1-7 declares that the testing of your faith is like gold being refined in fire. Gold cannot shine in its purest form unless the impurities are burned away. In the same way, the Lord is allowing pressure to expose what has been hidden, so that his light can shine through you more clearly. Every tear you cry, every moment of heaviness you feel, is not wasted. It is part of the fire that transforms you, removing the dross and revealing the treasure he placed inside you from the beginning. Do not resist this process, chosen one. If anger surfaces, release it in prayer. If fear rises, confront it with the promises of God. If old pain knocks at your door, allow the Lord to touch it and heal it. This is not the end of you. It is the beginning of your freedom. What you let go of now will no longer have power over you. What you surrender will no longer bind you. Understand this. The Lord is not trying to take something from you. He is preparing to give you something far greater. Cleansing always precedes commissioning. Refining always comes before rising, and if you endure this process, you will come forth shining like gold, ready to walk boldly into the assignment that awaits you. Chosen one, what you are experiencing in your body is not disconnected from what God is doing in your spirit. The physical and the spiritual are never far apart. They are woven together by the hand of the Creator. That is why, in these days, you may feel headaches that come suddenly, waves of exhaustion that seem to press down upon you, or even moments when your body shifts from chills to heat without explanation. These are not random occurrences. They are the signs of transition, the evidence that the Spirit is at work not only in your soul, but in every fiber of your being. The flesh often resists what the Spirit is embracing. When God begins to break chains and strip away the old burdens, your body reacts. Fatigue may set in because your soul is laboring through release. Your heartbeat may race not from fear, but because the Spirit is stirring courage and urgency within you. Even the tension in your muscles, the heaviness in your eyes, the sudden waves of weakness, all of it is the manifestation of a deeper work taking place beyond what your natural mind can fully understand. Do not despise these signs. Instead, learn to honor them. When your body feels weary, see it as an invitation to rest in the presence of the Lord. When your thoughts feel scattered, take it as a call to silence the noise and return to prayer. When emotions rise with intensity, use them as fuel to pour out your heart before God. For in stillness and surrender, you will find strength that no human effort could ever produce. Isaiah 30-15 declares, "In quietness and in trust shall be your strength." The world teaches you to push harder, to strive, to suppress what you feel. But the Spirit teaches you to pause, to lean into God's presence, and to let Him renew you from the inside out. Your body is not betraying you, it is testifying that heaven's work is happening in real time. So, chosen one, take care of your vessel. Rest when the Spirit whispers rest. Move when He calls you to act. Nourish yourself with what is pure, and shield yourself from what drains your soul. The alignment God is birthing in you is not only for your spirit, but for your whole being. If you allow Him to lead even in how you treat your body, you will find new vitality, clarity, and peace rising within you. This is the harmony of body and soul under the hand of God. Chosen one. One of the clearest areas where God is moving in this season is in your relationships. He is pulling away the layers of pretense that have surrounded you for too long. What looked stable, what looked safe, what looked comfortable is being tested, and only what is genuine will endure. Friendships, family bonds, and even romantic connections are being placed under the light of truth. What is real will remain, and what is false will fall away. You may already sense it happening. A friend's words no longer carry the same warmth they once did. A family dynamic that you used to ignore suddenly feels unbearable. A relationship that once gave you comfort now feels empty, hollow, even draining. These are not accidents. They are signs that the Spirit is lifting the veil so you can see with clarity. God is not punishing you, He is protecting you. He is ensuring that you do not carry dead weight into the next chapter of your calling. Some relationships will end. That ending may feel painful, and you may be tempted to cling to what is slipping away, but understand this. If it can be shaken, it was never meant to last. Other relationships will grow stronger, entering a new depth of honesty and purpose. These are the people whose presence sharpens you, fuels your growth, and confirms the direction of your steps. The shift is not about loss, it is about alignment. The real test here is whether you will choose truth over comfort. It is always easier to maintain appearances, to stay in circles that make you feel safe, even when they hold you back. But the Lord is teaching you that false peace is more dangerous than open conflict. Choosing what is easy will chain you to the past, while choosing what is true will propel you into your future. Chosen one, do not fear the changes in your relationships. Release what is fading without bitterness. Embrace what is being strengthened with gratitude. Understand that this shaking is not meant to isolate you, but to surround you with authenticity. At the end of this refining, you will not have many voices around you, but you will have the right ones, the voices that speak life, clarity, and truth. And that will be enough to carry you into the season God has prepared. Chosen one, what is unfolding in your life right now is not isolated. This awakening, this stirring of your spirit is not only about you. It is part of a larger movement, a divine shift that is sweeping across the earth. While you feel the intensity in your own heart, countless others across nations are feeling it too. Some cannot explain it, some do not have the words for it. But deep inside, they sense that the world as it has been is no longer sustainable. The familiar structures are shaking, the old systems are breaking, and a wave of transformation is rising. When God awakens you, He is not just working in you, He is also working through you. Your obedience becomes a spark that ignites others. The clarity you walk in becomes light for those still stumbling in confusion. Your courage to release the old becomes an example for those afraid to let go. This is how collective movements are born, not in grand announcements, but in the quiet choices of individuals who dare to respond to God's call. Every step you take in alignment with truth adds weight to the momentum of change across the world. Look around, and you will notice it. People are restless, unsettled, and discontent with shallow answers. They may not recognize it as the hand of God, but they feel the shaking nonetheless. Some try to drown it with distractions, others fight to maintain control, but the stirring continues. You are part of this wave, not by accident, but by design. Your awakening is one thread in a vast tapestry God is weaving for the restoration of humanity. Chosen one, do not underestimate your role. When you rise, you lift others. When you speak truth, even trembling, it echoes farther than you realize. When you embody authenticity, it breaks chains not only in your life but in the lives of those connected to you. The Lord has chosen you to be an anchor in this collective shaking, a vessel through which His purpose flows into the larger story of mankind. This is bigger than you. It is bigger than your personal breakthrough, bigger than your private healing. It is a global alignment, and your yes to God strengthens the foundation of a coming revival. Do not think of yourself as small, for heaven sees your obedience as essential. You are not standing alone, you are part of a movement that will shape the generations to come. Chosen one, you must understand that the 29th of August is not the day of harvest, but the day of sowing. What God is asking of you now is not to demand immediate results, but to trust the unseen process He has already begun. This moment is about planting seeds of faith, obedience, and truth into the soil of your destiny. The ground may look barren, the sky may seem silent, but do not be deceived. Every seed sown in alignment with God's will carries within it the power of multiplication. This is why patience is essential. Many grow discouraged when they do not see instant results. They confuse silence with abandonment or delay with denial. But the Lord is reminding you that a harvest never comes the same day the seed is planted. There is a divine order to growth, and each stage has its purpose. The soil must receive, the roots must take hold, the stalk must push upward, and only in the right season does the fruit appear. Impatience can destroy what is meant to flourish, but trust and discipline will protect the promise until its time has come. Abundance in God's kingdom is not measured by quick gain but by lasting fruit. He is shifting your mindset from scarcity to overflow, teaching you that His resources are endless, His provision is secure, and His timing is perfect. You may feel the pressure to grasp, to rush, to make things happen in your own strength, but He is calling you to release control, let go of striving, choose rest in His process. The same God who gives the seed also guarantees the harvest. Chosen one, today, is about trajectory. The prayers you pray, the words you speak, the acts of faith you take on this day are planting for a future you cannot yet see. If you will be faithful in sowing, He will be faithful in reaping. Do not despise the small beginnings, and do not grow weary in the waiting. The vision of abundance is certain, but it requires patience to walk it out. Trust this truth. In the right time, in the appointed season, you will look back and realize that every step of obedience on this day was shaping the harvest that will sustain you for years to come. Chosen one. Whenever light increases, darkness rises to oppose it. The closer you step into the truth of your calling, the more the shadows will attempt to pull you back. This is not something to fear, but something to recognize, for awareness is the first step to victory. On the 29th of August, as God is positioning you for a new season, the enemy will not remain silent. Old temptations may resurface, familiar voices may try to distract you, and habits you thought were broken may attempt to reattach themselves. Do not be surprised by this. See it for what it is, the backlash of darkness against the rise of light within you. Ephesians 6:11 declares, "Put on the whole armor of God, that you may be able to stand against the schemes of the devil." This is not a suggestion but a command, because the battle you are facing is not merely flesh and blood, it is spiritual. You must clothe yourself daily in truth, righteousness, faith, and the Word of God. Prayer is not optional in this season, it is your lifeline. When you feel the weight pressing against you, when the confusion grows loud, your strength will not come from your own willpower, but from the presence of God that surrounds and upholds you. The enemy will always try to lure you back into old cycles, whether through relationships that drain your spirit or habits that once kept you bound. But chosen one, you cannot afford to return. To look back now is to lose the ground you have already gained. To compromise is to surrender your progress. God is warning you, guard your heart, guard your focus, guard your destiny. The pull of the past will feel strong, but the promise of the future is far greater. Understand this clearly. You are not unprotected. The Lord Himself is your shield, your refuge, and your fortress. As you walk forward in obedience, He surrounds you with His presence, and no weapon formed against you will prosper. This is not the time to shrink back. It is the time to rise up, armed, awake, and alert. The battle is fierce, but the victory has already been secured. Stand firm, chosen one. Stand clothed in His armor, for the protection of heaven goes with you wherever you step. Chosen one, do not mistake what you see around you as chaos. The shaking, the sudden endings, the unexpected turns, these are not signs of disorder. They are the fingerprints of God, rearranging the pieces of your life. What feels like loss is often repositioning. What feels like a delay is often protection. What feels like disruption is often the hand of the Lord moving you from where you were to where you are meant to be. He is the master builder, and every piece of your journey is being fitted into a design you cannot yet fully see. You may look at your circumstances and wonder why certain doors have closed or why certain people have walked away. You may question why the ground beneath your feet feels unsteady. But chosen one, understand this. God is not dismantling your life to leave you broken. He is removing what no longer belongs, so that the right pieces can fall into place. You are being positioned, placed in the right place, with the right people, at the right time. Nothing is random, nothing is wasted. Even the pain has purpose, even the silence has meaning. Think of your life as a great mosaic. From up close, the broken pieces may look scattered and confusing, but from above, the design is breathtaking. Right now, you may only see fragments, but heaven sees the whole picture. God is aligning every detail, weaving together past, present, and future so that His purpose shines through your story. The very things you thought disqualified, you are being transformed into stepping stones toward your destiny. Chosen one, release your need to control how the pieces fit. Surrender the pressure to understand every step. Trust that the one who formed you also knows where to place you. The season you are in is not meant to destroy you, but to align you. This is why certain things could no longer continue, why certain voices had to fade, why certain opportunities were withheld. God is not taking from you, He is arranging you. And when the alignment is complete, you will find yourself standing exactly where you were always meant to be, in the center of His will, equipped, prepared, and ready for what comes next. Chosen one, the clock of heaven is striking, and the time of delay is over. The season you are stepping into will not allow indecision or hesitation. Time itself is accelerating, and you can feel it. The days seem shorter, the pressure heavier, the choices more significant. This is not your imagination. It is the reality of a divine timeline unfolding. On Friday, the 29th of August, the Lord is drawing a line before you. You cannot walk both paths anymore. You must choose. Every decision you make on this day will carry unusual weight. What you speak, what you embrace, what you reject will not remain small. They will set in motion outcomes that ripple into your future. A word spoken in faith will open doors you cannot yet see. A choice made in compromise will plant seeds of regret you may carry for years. That is why this day is not ordinary. It is a testing ground, a crossroads where heaven watches to see which way you will walk. Revelation 3:10 declares, "Because you have kept my word of patient endurance, I will keep you from the hour of trial that is coming on the whole world to test those who dwell on the earth." Chosen one, this is that hour. This is the time of testing, not to destroy you, but to prove you. The Lord is refining His chosen ones, separating those who will stand from those who will fall away. He is not asking you for perfection. He is asking for a decision. Will you be faithful when faith costs you comfort? Will you obey when obedience demands sacrifice? Will you trust Him when nothing seems certain? The urgency of this hour is not meant to terrify you, but to awaken you. You cannot postpone obedience to another season. You cannot say, "I will decide tomorrow." Tomorrow is not promised, and delay itself is disobedience. What you decide on the 29th of August will shape the trajectory of your destiny. Heaven is leaning in, the earth is shifting, and your yes or no will echo louder than you realize. Chosen one, this is not the time to shrink back. It is the time to step forward with boldness, knowing that every act of faith is multiplied by the hand of God. The future is not waiting for you to feel ready. It is waiting for you to decide. And when you do, the Lord Himself will strengthen you, protect you, and set your feet on solid ground. The urgency is clear. The moment is here, and your decision will mark the turning point of your story. Chosen one, you were never meant to blend into the crowd. You were not created to walk the wide road where the masses wander aimlessly. You were set apart, marked by God, and called to stand when the world around you trembles. This calling is not optional. It is the very reason you were born. When chaos increases, you are not to be swept away with it. You are to remain steady, anchored in the truth of God. Do not envy those who move with the crowd, for their foundation is fragile. When storms come, they will collapse because they have built on sand. But you, chosen one, are being called to build on the rock, to plant your feet where nothing can shake you. Your identity is not in numbers, not in acceptance, not in comfort, it is in the one who called you by name. This is why your path feels different. This is why your journey feels heavier. You were never meant to live like everyone else. The Lord is calling you to be light in the darkness, to shine in places where hope has died. You are called to be salt, preserving what is pure, carrying truth where compromise has rotted the world. This calling is not glamorous, and it will not always bring applause. Sometimes it will mean rejection, misunderstanding, or even loneliness. But chosen one, you must remember, you are not standing alone. Heaven stands with you. The Spirit within you empowers you. The testimony of your life will echo long after the noise of the crowd has faded. To answer this call means living with courage when fear is popular, speaking truth when lies are comfortable, and holding to righteousness when compromise seems easier. The world may not understand you. They may laugh, dismiss, or oppose you, but your assignment is not to please the world. It is to bear witness to the truth. And when you do, others will see in you what they could not find anywhere else. The reality of God alive in a human life. Chosen one, this is your hour to step into identity. Do not shrink back. Do not hide. Do not apologize for the mantle you carry. You were chosen for such a time as this. The world may be shaking, but you are called to remain unshaken. Rise as light, stand as salt, and let your life be the testimony that points others back to Him. This is the call, and this is the reason you could never be like everyone else. Chosen one, hear this with clarity. What you are experiencing is not random. It is the undeniable sign that you have been chosen by God. The restlessness in your spirit, the changes in your relationships, the heaviness pressing on your body, the clarity that breaks into your thoughts, all of it points to one truth. You are marked. The hand of the Lord has rested upon you, and His voice is calling you into alignment with your true purpose. This is not a coincidence. It is confirmation. You are carrying more than your own story. The weight you feel in this hour is generational. You are breaking chains that your family could not break. You are carrying prayers that those before you could not see fulfilled. You are healing wounds that were passed down silently through generations. This is why the fight has been so intense, why the pressure has felt unbearable, because you are the one called to end cycles of bondage and to open doors of blessing for those who come after you. You are standing in a moment where the choices you make will echo not only in your life, but in the lives of many who will never even know your name. Chosen one, do not underestimate what is happening. The resistance you have faced is proof of the importance of your calling. If the enemy could have crushed you, he would have done it long ago. The very fact that you are still standing, still listening, still fighting to believe, is evidence that heaven has preserved you for this moment. What felt like a delay was preservation. What felt like rejection was redirection. What felt like breaking was God making you unshakable. The call now is simple yet profound. Step forward in faith. Live authentically. Do not hide behind masks or pretend to be what others expect. The world does not need another imitation, it needs the truth of who God created you to be. Your obedience, your authenticity, your courage will not only transform your own path, but will send ripples into the collective awakening God is stirring across the earth. When you walk in truth, you awaken truth in others. When you carry light, you ignite light in those who are still in the shadows. So let this be the moment of decision. Let this be the day you say yes without hesitation, yes without compromise, yes without fear. You have waited long enough, struggled long enough, and doubted long enough. The time is now. The trumpet has sounded, the line has been drawn, and heaven is watching to see your response. Chosen one. The 29th of August is not the end, it is the beginning. It is the day of crossing, the day of unveiling, the day of destiny. This is the call, and it will not wait forever. Do not turn away. Do not silence the voice. Do not let the weight of fear keep you from rising. Stand tall, lift your head, and step into the future God has already written for you. Chosen one, the 29th of August is the beginning. This is the call, and you must answer it today.